to welcome to the ring, Godfrey Nyero.
Good look there at the official weigh-ins today of our first bout of the evening on the main card. It is PJ Tondo against that young man right there. Hailing from Toronto, Ontario, it is Godfrey Nyero.
Godfrey Nyero is a man to watch. He came from Uganda. He was a child soldier. He followed in the footsteps of the great Kasim Uma, who was also a child soldier from Uganda, became junior middleweight champion of the world. It's his pro debut tonight, taking on PJ Tondo, as you said. And there's been a lot of talk around the city and in the boxing community that Godfrey Nyero is a man to watch, and we will find out tonight.
Should be an incredible contest, and they are fighting really under some incredible atmosphere in this building tonight. It is really raucous in here, Lou.
It is. It's very electric. This is what fighting's all about. There's anticipation seconds leading up to the fight. The crowd is really into it. They want to see some fireworks, and I think Godfrey's going to provide that tonight.
Well, that's a good look at Godfrey Nyero. Now it is time for PJ Tondo.
And now make some noise for PJ Tondo.
As we mentioned, both men making their professional debut this evening. Has to be a ton of adrenaline going through both these young men tonight.
Well, they're both having butterflies right now. They're both walking. As you can see, Godfrey's walking across the ring now, thinking what he has to do. He's going to try to keep his game plan in mind, and I'm sure that Tondo is feeling the same thing. He's walking toward the ring. You want to calm yourself down during the walk, and he wants to get in there, and he doesn't want to make a mistake, especially in the first round. They're going to probably try to fill each other out, see what mistakes they make, and then capitalize on it later in the fight. I should point out that our referee tonight is Jonathan Boucher, the former undisputed Commonwealth welterweight champion. So he's been there himself. He knows what it's like. And we can expect some fireworks from these guys. They both want to make a great impression tonight on this audience. It's their pro debuts.
And there he is, PJ Tondo out of Toronto, Ontario. Both these young men, local boys, no better way to make your debut than in the greater Toronto area here with an incredible fan base, very knowledgeable, love their boxing here in Mississauga.
That, Kyle, is a fantastic point. You know, you get to do what you love for a living, you get to make money at it, and you get to do it in the greater Toronto area in front of your fans. And they're feeling, as I said, the butterflies, but they also have anticipation. Right now, they're thinking, I just want to get to it. Just let's get through everything, ring the bell, and let me take the first couple shots so I can relax and get into the fight.
We have all the action for you tonight live from the Hershey Center here. Kyle Alberto, Lou Eisen. We'll have Andrew McRae doing all of our in-ring interviews, and he'll be a little bit of our insider as well tonight, so very excited to bring him into the broadcast a little later on. We're going to go now to our intros for tonight's contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest of the evening, scheduled for 4 rounds in the bantamweight division. This bout proudly sponsored by Audi Queensway, Safe Max Brokerage, and Phillips Moving. Your judges for this bout are Ms. Kelly Zolnicek, Mr. Dave Dunbar, and Dr. Marvin Sathan. When the bell sounds, the third man in the ring, your referee, is Mr. Donovan Boucher. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing camo trunks. He is competing tonight in his first pro bout. From Toronto, Ontario, weighing 117 pounds, Godfrey Nyero! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed with red. He is also making his pro boxing debut tonight. Originally from the Philippines, but now fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, this former national amateur champion tipped the scales at 116.2 pounds. Introducing PJ Tondo!
Should mention that Tondo has the amateur pedigree, and I don't think Godfrey Nyero has that, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out during the fight.
All I want for you is to listen to my comment all the time. Most importantly, protect yourself at all times. Good luck to both of you. Tough gloves.
Donovan Boucher giving both fighters their final words before their first professional bout. Good look at them right there. It is Godfrey Nyero taking on PG Tondo in our opening bout tonight here, live from the Hershey Center on Rogers TV. This should be an explosive fight, Lou.
This will be a great fight. It's a rare fight. You have two southpaws, and that rarely happens. You're going to watch. They're probably going to step on each other's front foot. Godfrey's starting off smart. They're keeping their distance. They're trying to feel each other out, going to the body, which is smart. Tondo's circling him, which is what you want to do when you're fighting a southpaw. You want to move away. Got tagged. Tondo there with the left hand.
Yeah, great hit there from Nyero. Let's see Tondo really trying to utilize that right, looking to set up that left.
Yep, he's trying to get the jab straight down the center and come behind it with the left hand over the top.
There it is right there as we see another great combination.
Nyero is quick and good balance. He almost got caught with the counter right there.
A couple of great body shots there from Godfrey Nyero. Missed jab from Tondo. Look at the footwork, look at the head work there from Tondo.
Very hard to hit. Godfrey is.
Looks like a veteran in there.
He does. You know, they're only 118 pounds of bantamweight limit. Tondo, though, I mean, he's got the experience. He knows how to fight, and as a southpaw, this may be the first time they faced another southpaw. We don't know that, but it's a good opening round with more action than you expect in an opening round.
For everybody that doesn't know, Lou Eisen, the man to my right, he has a tremendous pedigree when you talk about the sport of boxing. He's going to be certainly our expert this evening. He's going to be keeping track round for round our scores, and going to be very intriguing to see how you certainly score this opening round. It's been very entertaining.
Yes, I gave, you know, judges score the rounds in 3 1-minute intervals, and I would say the first minute and a half was Godfrey, and Tondo's been coming on, but Godfrey's starting to rally a bit now.
Really light on his feet right now is Godfrey. You can tell there's a ton of adrenaline going through his body. Very excited to be in the squared circle tonight.
Very, very excited. And you have to control it. Boxing's a sport of controlled fury. And you have to control your excitement and use it to your advantage.
Another big shot there from Nyero.
Good jab. Very good jab from Nyero.
45 seconds left in this opening round here.
Nyero should start bringing his jab right back after he throws it. He's not bringing it up. He's leaving it down, which is going to leave him open for a counter left. You don't complain to the referee there, but you don't want to take a chance and do that unless the referee stopped the fight to let you do that.
Love the variety of shots, too, from Nyero. Focusing on the body, then getting to the head. Really good combinations.
Yes, he's mixing up well. He's, you know, right jab to the body, right hook to the head. He's bringing it up. It's sort of a hybrid punch, like Razor Ruddock's old smash punch. You don't know whether it's going to be a jab or it's going to be a hook. He's using his left hand well.
3 seconds left in the round. That will do it for round number 1. Our first round of the evening, and it was certainly an entertaining one.
It certainly was. I'd give that round to Nyero. I think he won that round cleanly. I think he won the first part of it and the last part of it. He's got a great trainer, Everton McEwen, who was trained by Angelo Dundee in his corner there, and he looks like a well-schooled fighter. It looks like PJ Tondo was a bit tentative in that opening round, a bit apprehensive, but he should be unwinding and getting more into the fight as the fight goes along. You know, they've only got 4 rounds. They don't want to give any rounds away.
Getting some looks here of that opening round, and these are 2 very small young men, but they certainly pack a big punch. But
they certainly do.
Definitely got to give that opening round to Godfrey Nyero. So we get a good look at him in his corner. What are they talking about right now? What's the discussion?
Well, he's telling him to stay smart, use his jab, come in behind the jab, pull the jab back all the way when you do it. And when you throw the jab, keep your left hand up near your head there to block a counter shot.
Second round underway here in our opening bout here on Rogers Television in the 200-pound cruiserweight division.
They look a bit thin to be cruiserweights, but I think the other thing, Godfrey just got caught with a really good counter right hand and a good left hook. You don't want to force it. Whoa, nice shot by Godfrey. You don't want to force a knockout. You want to let it happen naturally.
So we see some great exchanges here right in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, they're starting to throw Smitties there. They're not holding back.
Looking for the body there was Tondo. A couple of whiffs. Certainly demoralizing when you're trying to go for really everything with those punches, but there it is right there. Big left from Tondo.
Tremendous left hook by Tondo. He caught Godfrey with his hand down, made him pay, didn't bring the jab back and put it up near his face. He made him pay with a great counter shot.
Well, it's certainly going to take a lot more than that to get Nyero down. We talked about it before this bout in the military at the age of 12 in Uganda. This is the epitome of tough.
This is a very tough kid, and he's seen horrors that most people can't imagine. And he had to grow up tough. He had to grow up early. He had to be a man at the age of 12. And it's going to take a lot to hurt him. He just got caught with another right hand, but he's standing up to it well. His balance is very good. We should point that out, which is why he's able to take those shots well.
Having the ability to take a shot is critical, obviously, in the sport of boxing, but
yes,
you have to really appreciate the cardio that these young men have. I mean, it's absolutely exceptional. They are bona fide athletes.
Yeah, they're tremendous athletes, and Angelo Dundee, when a kid wanted to be a fighter, he would say, before anything, get in the ring, move around for 3 minutes, and most, without even putting gloves on, most guys would get winded after a minute. These guys aren't like hockey players that can come off the ice and let someone else go on. They have to be there for the full 3 minutes. They can't tag off and say, you fight for me.
This is really starting to turn into a pretty evenly matched up bout here. What a great way to open up your professional career.
It is a really good bout, but I think Godfrey there was a bit hurt. I think he got caught with a couple good shots by Tondo, and his legs looked to wobble a bit there. I think he's getting a bit tired. He got caught with another good shot there.
Nyero is matched up in the corner there, making their way back here into the middle. Head bob and weave in there is Tondo.
He's getting caught with a good jab. Nyero, with Tondo's jab, Nyero's got to keep his hands up and bring them back up so he doesn't get caught with a counter shot.
Something that we didn't see a whole lot of in our first two undercard bouts.
That's true. He just got rocked again with a good left hand by Tondo. Tondo's taking his time.
Some great exchanges here to end round number 2. In a great matchup, both young men making their professional debuts. We're talking about PJ Tondo and that young man right there, Godfrey Nyero. How do you score that one?
Well, I give that round to Tondo. This is a great fight. This is very exciting. The fans are getting more than their money's worth. These guys are not holding back. They're throwing shots with everything on it. I think you'd have to get that round to Tondo. He had more shots, but he had the accurate shots, and it's effective aggressiveness. Nyero got a bit wild there, but I'm sure that Everton's telling him to calm down, not to go for a knockout with every punch. You don't have to knock the man out to win. You only have to win the fight. And it's his pro debut, so he looked a bit winded that round, where Tondo's keeping it nice and calm and throwing everything off the jab, which is the way you're supposed to do.
Well, if this is what we can expect for the rest of this card, it's going to be a very entertaining night. Of course, all leading up to our main event, Cody Crowley. And a highly anticipated bout. We're very excited for that one.
That's going to be a fantastic match. Just every fight on tonight, it's going to be action-packed.
Here we go, round number 3 underway here. See Tondo doing his best effort here to keep those hands up.
And Tondo's really good. He's countering Nyero very, very well. Caught him with another good left hand.
Another big left there from Nyero. Really putting some full force into these punches here is Godfrey Nyero.
Oh, absolutely. He's looking to take him out with one shot, which is probably not the best way for him to fight, but that may be because he's a bit tired. But he's taken some good punishment. He's blocked some of the shots on his arms, and he's coming back. He's got to put his punches together, though. He's got to throw it in combination. He's fighting smarter now by circling him and using the jab.
And of course, there's going to be a little bit of trial and error for both these young men making their pro debuts.
That's right. We have to keep that in mind. It is only their professional debut. Not only, it's a big thing, but still, they don't have the savvy that a veteran will have.
Big right there from Nyero. Couple of big exchanges on the chin of Tondo.
Tondo's got an incredible chin, but his balance is absolutely perfect, and he took those shots very well. You know, Tondo's keeping a tight defense when he comes in. He's trying to block those shots.
Certainly give the footwork to the advantage of the way on Nyero. He is really controlling the pace of this fight.
Right, he is controlling it, especially he just got tagged with a great left, but he is. He's controlling, he's got educated feet, as they say, and he's controlling the fight with his feet, and that's a smart thing to do. He's keeping the distance, away from Tondo where he can still hit him, but he can't be hit.
Nyero took a big shot there in the corner from Tondo, but he shook his head saying, no, I'm not done. Let's keep going here.
These guys are landing hellacious shots, but and they're only 118 pounds, but the shots look a lot harder than that. It's incredible that they're both standing still.
Yeah, you brought up a great point. I think there's an error here in the program. 200 pounds, cruiserweight? I don't think so.
That's right. If they're cruiserweight, they're a bit anemic, I think.
I think everybody at home should know you do have a comedic background, and you
Yes.
certainly deliver it extremely well here.
That's thank you.
Oh, big right hand there from Nyero, unable to deliver.
It seems Tondo, when he lands a good shot, he's able to move the arrow back. You got to hit a low blow there. Counter shot. Nyero said he didn't hit him low. We'll have to wait for the replay to see. It looks like it was just on or below the belt line.
Certainly unintentional.
Absolutely unintentional.
As we hope to get another look at it here.
Hard to tell from that angle, but it does look like a low shot.
Donovan Boucher bringing these guys back together. Here we go.
They're allowed up to 5 minutes to recover from a low blow, but he didn't need it.
Severe punches being exchanged. A huge
Tondo's
one.
hurt. Tondo's hurt with that right hand. He's ready to go.
You could tell he was waiting for that round to be done, trying to get into a little bit of a scrum there with Nyero. He was shocked.
Nyero caught him with a tremendous right hand right before the bell, and Tondo was ready to go. If he had 5 more seconds, Tondo would have hit the mat there. Incredible right hand. I almost went down from that right hand. I can't believe he did it.
Kyle Alberto, Lou Eisen here at ringside. What an incredible way to start off our evening here with an incredible 4-round contest. About to hit round number 4. Who would you give round number 3 to?
I would say that was an even round. That would be hard to score. I would say 1 round apiece at this point, and the last round was even. This will decide the fight.
Let's get another look here. Got some incredible coverage of this contest between Nyero and Tondo. We're going to get a good look at the low blow here in a mere matter of moments. And again, completely unintentional, unfortunate mishap here. And we'll take a look at this low blow right there.
That was a low blow.
That's got to hurt.
Yeah.
As we get this 4th round underway here.
Nyero ran out like Tondo owed him money there. He didn't want to wait to touch gloves, but Donovan Boucher made them touch gloves. This is a close fight. This round will decide who wins. These are 2 skilled young fighters with really good futures ahead of them. This is the kind of fight, Kyle, you want to see on a pay-per-view promotion. Most pay-per-views, the undercards aren't really that good, but this is an outstanding fight.
It's almost as if United Promotions meant to do this. The opening card here on Rogers Television, and it has not disappointed.
Not at all. And it's much better than anyone could have anticipated. Great fight between these 2 young kids. United Promotions always puts magnificent cards together, and you can always tell, because when the fight night is over, the fans are still milling about, talking about all the fights they saw.
So many incredible fights on the card this evening. Ori Cox 5-0. He is in action tonight against Winston Matthews.
That will be great.
Brantford, Ontario. Big hit there to the way.
Tondo hit him a good
Nyero.
shot, but I think Godfrey lost it. That was a nice jab by Godfrey. I think Godfrey lost his balance a bit there, but
always critical when you get rocked to have a response, as we're seeing some great dancing here.
Godfrey was hot-dogging a bit there. It's almost as if Tondo's saying, are you going to fight or dance? I'm here to fight. Come in and engage me. But, there's no reason for Godfrey to give in to what Tondo wants. Make him fight your fight.
Good to see a little bit of confidence from Nyero.
Absolutely. Showboating a bit. Nothing wrong with that, though he got caught with a wicked right hand there. And he just caught Tondo with a wicked right hand.
Well, this is certainly a candidate for fight of the night early on here tonight.
This is candidate for fight of the night and one of the best fights of the year. I'm telling you right now, at the end of the year, we'll look back on this fight.
Wow.
This is a barn burner. These guys are both landing titanic shots, and neither of them have gone down yet, which is remarkable. And they're both winded right now.
Well, if this fight does go to a decision, no matter which way it goes, I think one fighter is going to be pretty disappointed.
Yes, The crowd is in favor. There's a lot of talk in the city about Godfrey, but Tondo's also fought a magnificent fight. You can't take anything away from him. I think Godfrey's winning this round, and I think Tondo right now is throwing his punches too wide. He's got to shorten up his shots. Good body shots he landed there, but Godfrey came up and hit him on the chin a couple of times.
Both fighters looking to finish it here in this final round.
Nice right hand by Tondo.
You can tell Nyero is really feeding off the energy of the crowd right now.
He certainly is, and there's a mouse under the left eye of Tondo. As the fight is over, I would say that Tondo, that last round was close. I think Tondo pulled it out, or not Tondo, excuse me. I think Godfrey Nyero pulled it out with some wicked shots throughout the fourth round.
Well, it's going to be an interesting decision here from our judges who are ringside along with us, Donovan Boucher, getting the results here of this final round.
It was a great fight. You know, despite who wins or who loses, you can't really call either of them a loser. They both fought magnificently tonight, and they both have bright futures ahead of them.
As we're getting some highlights here of this contest, and Lou Eisen said it perfectly. Fight of the year candidate. Forget about fight of the night. The exchanges were absolutely incredible. So many clean shots.
Clean shots, hitting each other all the time, and it's just phenomenal the way these, and they stood up. The only time we saw was in the third round when Tondo right there, when his knees buckled and he got hurt. We did see some showboating from Godfrey Nyero. Nothing wrong with enjoying yourself in the ring. And these guys are just, you know, wonderful young fighters. But for fighters, you don't see fighters this skilled making a pro debut. These guys are both well trained. They know what they're doing. They fought their hearts out. I think they both have good futures in the sport. And we'll see who gets off to a good start tonight by putting the W.
I think it's safe to say. I think it's safe to say the United Promotions will definitely want to have both these young men back in action on this promotion.
Absolutely. In fact, they may want to have a rematch depending on who wins this fight.
Yes, very, very great point here as we are just moments away from the decision of this contest. One of the best that we've seen in quite some time.
Wonderful fight. Showing the great sportsmanship there. The boxing's well known for. The trainers know each other. The fighters know each other from the gyms in Toronto. It's a very tight boxing community here.
Both men think they've won the contest. Well, we're going to find out in a mere matter of moments. Let's throw it over now to Patrick Lono for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the decision. Dr. Marvin Cezanne scores the bout 38-38. Kelly Zolnicek and Dave Dunbar score the bout 39-37 for the winner by majority decision, Godfrey Nyero!
What a great moment for that young man. Godfrey Nyero has overcome a lot in his life and really enjoying the fruits of his labor after this contest. Gives the W in his first professional win to the Ugandan.
A tremendous win for Godfrey. I think